For what, more than a decade, right? Football was defined by two giants. But that incredible era is winding down, and it's left this huge vacuum at the very top. So the question every single fan is asking is, who's next? Well, two names are really starting to stand out.
I mean, the Messi and Ronaldo rivalry, it gave us so many unforgettable moments. It set this standard of greatness that honestly felt untouchable. But that chapter's closing, and for the first time in a long time, the throne of world football is empty.
And that creates this fascinating situation, doesn't it? This void at the very top of the sport. The whole world is watching, waiting, and wondering, who are the new generational talents that are going to capture our imagination for the next 10 or 15 years?
And two names just keep rising above all the noise. From Brazil, you've got Chelsea's new sensation, Estevão Willian, and from Barcelona's legendary academy, the Wonderkid, Lamine Yamal. A lot of people are starting to think the answer lies right here, with these two.
You can feel it, right? The football world is absolutely hungry for its next great rivalry. And these two teenagers, they aren't just playing. They're making a huge statement every single time they step on that pitch.
And get this, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Their clubs are on a collision course in this massive, high-stakes showdown. The world isn't just going to be watching the teams. You can bet all eyes are going to be on these two future superstars.
All right, let's dive in. First up, let's take a closer look at Estevão, Chelsea's brilliant new signing from Brazil.
You know, this quote just nails it. It captures his whole vibe. It's not just about raw skill, it's an attitude. It's that daring, that joy, that confidence that makes those Brazilian wingers so electric to watch. So what does that swagger actually look like on the field? Well, it starts with this insane, explosive first step that just leaves defenders for dead. He is absolutely fearless in one-on-one situations, and he has this creativity, this improvisation that you just can't teach. And it all ends with a finish from that cannon of a left foot. It's just spectacular.
And you have to understand what this means for his club. Chelsea didn't just buy a talented player. They see him as a cornerstone, a foundational piece for their entire project for the next decade. The expectations are massive.
Okay, so now let's flip the coin. Because on the other side of this potential rivalry, you have a completely different kind of prodigy, Lamine Yamal. This quote, it really says everything you need to know. What makes Yamal so special isn't just his incredible technical skill, it's his football brain. For a kid this young, his understanding of the game, of space, of timing, of tactics, it's just profound. And you can see that intelligence in every single thing he does. Yeah, just like Estevão, he's got a magical left foot, but his game is built on incredibly mature decision-making. You see it in this unnatural calmness he has under pressure. Where other players panic, he seems to find an extra second. He doesn't just run, his movement is always intelligent, always designed to create space. And look, at a club like Barcelona, you don't just throw around names like Iniesta or Messi. That's the absolute highest praise possible. It means they don't just see a great player, they see the living, breathing embodiment of the club's entire philosophy. He is the future. So there you have it, two absolutely incredible young talents. But what makes this potential rivalry so compelling, so juicy, is that they represent two completely different ways to be great.
And this right here, this is the heart of it all. Estevao is all about raw, explosive, improvisational flair. Yamal, on the other hand, embodies this more controlled, precise, almost cerebral football intelligence. It's the classic battle, right? Instinct versus intellect.
The contrast is just so stark when you lay it out. On one side, you've got pure Brazilian flair. On the other, that calculated Spanish intelligence. It's a philosophy of daring and improvisation versus one of control and precision. One is a prized jewel bought by Chelsea, the other is the latest masterpiece to come out of Barcelona's own DNA.
So you see, when these two finally step onto the same pitch, it's so much more than just two players competing. It's a true clash of footballing identities. You're looking at two completely different styles, two completely different philosophies, and two totally unique journeys to the top of European football.
But for all those differences, they are speeding toward the exact same destination, the absolute peak of the sport.
And that's why this upcoming match feels so massive. It really has the potential to be one of those "I was there" moments, a bookmark in football history, the day we all saw the very beginning of something special.
A new era of football has definitely begun, and it really could be defined by these two phenomenal talents. So the only question that's left is the big one. Are we about to witness the birth of a rivalry that will define the next decade? I guess we'll all have to watch and find out.